to a great season, especially the 4-game winning streak they have over you guys?
I just want to see. It's really not. I think we've had a great year. The thing for me is I want to see us play well. I want to see us play well. That's the bottom line. I just, and people don't like it when I say that. I'm never really. I don't really focus on the scoreboard. I'm more concerned about how we play, because I know if we play the right way consistently, the scoreboard takes care of itself, and that's why we've been, one of the winningest team in the country the last 3 years. That mentality, don't get so caught up in what's on the scoreboard or worrying about some particular outcome that you're not focused on what it takes to win. And the type of preparation that you have, the type of execution on each play, and handling adversity within the game. All that kind of stuff. I want to see us play well. That's what I want to see. And as far as how people judge our season and all that stuff, people are going to do that regardless. We can win the game and people are going to still say we had a bad year because we lost one. So that's just the nature of this deal. But I'm proud of our guys. It has been a great year. But we need to finish, and then we need to go and win our bowl game. We got a great opportunity coming up for us in the postseason. But you get 12 of these that are guaranteed, and we want to be the best we can be. And right now, the best we can be is 11-1, and that's what I want to see us do.
It's been a painful 4 years, though, for you?
What's that?
Has it been a painful 4 years for this program, though, considering how much this game means to the fan bases?
Disappointing for this particular game. Painful, in a relative term from a football sense, yeah. But I don't draw my joy in life from a football game. My joy in life comes from my faith and my family, and whether or not I can look in the mirror and know that I've done the best I can do, and that I live my life the way I'm called to live it, and that's where my true joy comes from. So there's a lot of people that have real pain. So yeah, I think there's a perspective there that you got to have. Painful in that you feel like you let everybody down, sure, because everybody wants to win. There's just the way it is. I've been a part of rival games forever, and they're great when you win, and they're really disappointing when you lose, and you live with it literally for 365 days. But I also, have a perspective that keeps me grounded and focused on the big picture.
And all of that, there are those who would say that your record in this series might define your legacy at Clemson. I would think that would be unfair, but how do you respond to that?
People are going to listen. My legacy, what I want my legacy to be at Clemson is that I did the best that I could. I left this program better than I found it, and I made a difference in people's lives, and I did it the right way. Other than that, what people want to judge me on a game or whatever really doesn't bother me at all. I'm very proud of what we've accomplished here. Disappointed in, but as many things as you're proud of, you have disappointments too. And all I can do is give credit to South Carolina. They've been a better team, and they've been the better coach team. They've played better. It's just really no excuses. Bottom line, you got to give those guys some credit. It's not like we've lost to, East Aboga Community College. They've been a very good football team that has beaten a lot of people, and they've been better than us. And that's my job and my responsibility. And we failed in that area. It's just bottom line. I wish I could go and change it, but I can't. But it's not from a lack of effort. That's for dang sure. One thing you're never going to question is my effort and our team's effort. We've had good preparation. We've worked hard. We just have not gotten it done in this time frame that we've been in, and that's really all there is to it. So as far as my legacy, that's the only thing I would want people to remember me by is what I just said. And other than that, it doesn't matter.
Are you surprised at all? No, that's not, surprised wouldn't be the right word. It's almost amazing in a way that everything that Taj has been through this year physically, that he's still able to go out and just throw his body out there and play it all on the line every snap. It's what you would expect, but hasn't it reached a point where it's kind of amazing?
Yeah, he's just incredibly tough. He's like the guy they got. He's like Shaw. He just has a great will to win. He's a great competitor. You know, he's one of the ways I've described him so many times is he's a winner. You know, the guy's, you know, I mean, he's won a bunch of ball games, and he's willing to do whatever he's got to do to win the game. And he does what he needs to do during the week to get himself ready from a preparation standpoint, mentally and physically. And then, you know, he lays it on the line, just like last week. You know, we wanted him to get one more series, but he had strict instructions to not run and to not take a hit. And what does he do? You know, and it just, you know, but that's how he's wired. You know, that's his DNA. That's why he is who he is, why he's won as many games as he has. And, you know, and their quarterback's very similar. I mean, you know, I look at Connor Shaw, man, that guy's played, I mean, it's amazing. He's come back from shoulders and knees and you know, and found ways to win. His toughness is special. So they're two similar guys from that standpoint in this ball game. Two great quarterbacks, two guys that both programs are going to miss, you know, more than people realize.
Your approach to the South Carolina rivalry and the record and trying to keep things in perspective, is that tougher for the 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds in this program that have to hear about it and how badly that they want to win this game as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's everything's tougher for 18, 19, 20-year-olds. I think we can all agree on that. But you know, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's just football. It's just football. It's you know, here's the things you got to do to win. Here's the things that cause you games, you know, cause you to lose. And you know, have great prep. That's why we have it's not about who we play. It's about how we play. It's never about who we play. You know, this one has a little more juice to it because it's personal. So there's a little more juice. But you got to manage that. I mean, it's still about the same things. It's still about preparing with purpose and effort with technique and all-in commitment to just do your best. It's still about a plan to win. You know, none of that changes. None of that. It's all the same. So you know, you can't get caught up in things that don't impact the game.
With this game so close to Thanksgiving, what are your plans for the team this week?
Well, we'll celebrate Thanksgiving. Actually, when we come off the field tomorrow night, we'll have a big Wednesday night Thanksgiving meal because we're going to practice a little later on Thursday. And then when we get off the field on Thursday, everybody has to go somewhere. They either, you know, we got a lot of people that live local around here, so they're either going home with a teammate or they're coming over to a coach's house. You know, I think that'll be a good plan for us. And then we'll come back in Friday morning. Have our senior meeting and our segment meetings, our game prep, have lunch, and then head out of here about 2 o'clock.
You mentioned their tight ends going vertical, stressing your linebackers. How much of a concern is the intermediate, deep passing game against your linebackers and safeties?
Well, they do a great job with how they call the plays. A lot of curls and curl flats, a lot of crossing routes, a lot of smash routes, a lot of verticals. You know, and they do a good job of mixing it up. But you know, you have to be smart with your coverages. You can't just play one thing. You gotta dial up some different things, and then you got to execute them. But anytime you have 6'5" type guys that can run like they can run, it's a challenge because somebody's got to cover them. It looks good on paper, but you know, those are matchups that you have to win. And that's one of the things. They've made some big plays this year, you know, just where they've had a guy there and the coverage is pretty good, but, you know, their guy was just a little bit more athletic and was able to finish a couple of plays. Those are some really, really good-looking young players that they have at that position. And then, again, you know, all the other guys to go with it.
Coach, you mentioned after Citadel that this game was nobody wanted to win it more than you did. How important is this game to you and to get it back into Clemson's favor?
Russ, I mean, it's huge. I mean, we've gotten beat 4 years in a row. Nobody wants it to go to 5. We need to win the dang game. Just the bottom line. I mean, we got to win the game. We want to finish. We want to get an 11th win. We want to go to the BCS. You know, we want to end this particular streak, and you know, it's huge for everybody. I mean, everybody wants to win, bad, but we got to, again, wanting it isn't going to get it done. I mean, we've got to do the things that it takes to win. We have to execute. We got to play physical, play smart. We got to be able to run the football. We got to stop the run. We got to be sound in special teams, win the turnover margin. I mean, those are things that we have to do. We got to play our best game, and that's what our focus is.
Yeah, but I know the focus has to be there. But I mean, I would imagine when you look at film and you're looking at their guys, memories crop up. Like, it seems like just the other day you were sitting with Clowney and his mom at that basketball game the weekend before. I mean, I would imagine in this game a lot of their guys are guys who either camped with you at some point, or you know, you guys were in on for a while, maybe more so than any other. Is that kind of an interesting dynamic to kind of look at them and see them and think about some of those relationships that maybe you had before they were?
Well, I mean, it's not just South Carolina. I mean, that's kind of the case with several of the teams that we play. We recruit a lot of the same guys, and you know, you develop some relationships with guys in the recruiting process, and you know, I don't really ever fret over the guys we don't get. I mean, you wish those guys well. Everybody's got to make their decision.